this one feel?
Well, we had a lot of opportunity today. It didn't happen for us until the last inning, but just got to keep pressing. Gio pitched really well. Matt pitched really well. Story pitched really well. Gave us an opportunity again today to come up with a run. We had a lot of opportunities early.
Matt, this is your first year with this team. It's hard to believe this team is playing the way it is in a 10-game winning streak.
Well, those are pretty few and far between, for any team. But it's not surprising the way that they prepare and the way they go about it every day. And that's important to us. And if you do that, then you give yourself opportunity to win. So it starts with their preparation on an everyday basis, and they do that. So they have opportunities every day.
So when are we doing this?
Well, as in any situation with games or any of that, timing is important. What? Timing is ultimately important. So I wouldn't imagine that right now is a proper time. It's probably not appropriate, but in some form or fashion, at some point, probably in the privacy of some stadium somewhere, we'll bring it out again. I don't know when that will be.
Okay. We got to make sure our cameras are there, though.
Well, yeah, a camera.
Well, you need a team camera. I guess, are you looking forward to it, though?
I haven't done it since the last time I did it. But a promise is a promise. And so at some point, somewhere, I can't tell you when that would be, but at some point. And you and I are going to get to be real close friends. Because if you let this out of the bag, then at some point.
Did you think in any way when you agreed to this that it was possible?
Oh, anything's possible. In this game especially, anything is possible. So, you make the promise, you got to live to it. So it will happen somewhere, somehow.
Back to the game. When Denard's on first there, the whole ballpark knows he's going to try and go at some point. How difficult is it to swipe a bag in that type of situation?
Well, and knowing that everybody knows, especially Gibby and the Diamondbacks know he's going to try. We've got to try to get in scoring position there. He's quick to the plate. He picked a good pitch to go on, slider, so he had a little bit extra time, and that may have made the difference. It's a pretty good throw. He's less than 1-3 to the plate, so he got a good jump and made a nice slide. The slide's really important. Everybody knows that at some point it's going to be off to the races there to try to get to second, and he did a nice job of getting there.
You say almost every time we talk about the importance of not getting too high, not getting too low.
Yeah.
Is there some part of you that just hates this because it's not that?
Well,
it doesn't suit your.
It doesn't. It's not how you plan it, So that's. Yeah. So, but hey, we're in.
Not too low is the right way to play the game too.
Well, I think so, but we're also here to win games. So, however we can do that is important, but it's certainly not to plan. But does that matter? No, it doesn't. We want to win.
Even though you have all those chances to drive in a run over the course of the game, when it's not happening, just because of the way things are going now, is there a sense that we're going to find some way to score a run before the end of this thing?
Well, Wade Miley's a pretty good pitcher. He made really good pitches today, especially on Adam. And it's tough against him. He knows what he's doing out there, and he competes. And Gibby pushed him a long way today to try to get him through. But you never know. You can have a blooper, or you can hit a ball right on the money at somebody, and you just don't know. So you just have to keep providing those opportunities to the guys that come to the plate. Sometimes it happens, and sometimes it doesn't. But if we do that enough, then we've got a real good chance of scoring one somewhere.
You've been laughing about the Babe Ruth.
Yeah.
Did you realize somewhere in the last 2 or 3 days that there was no way to do it now and have it not come off wrong?
Yeah, it's not appropriate. I mean, you talk to folks and you say, hey, boy, sure, we'd love to win 10 in a row. But at some point, it'll be fun and appropriate, but not right now.
You can't do it to the other team.
No, can't.
Pitching's been sensational over this week.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
Pitching's been sensational over this week.
Yeah.
I think it's been a little bit overlooked considering all the walk-offs.
Yeah, of course. I mean, you have to get to that point where you can have a walk-off, which means that, you have to be in the game. Our pitchers have certainly kept us there. Today was another example. Gio, we talked about it before the game, the ability to land curveball early, he did that. And it just makes him so much more effective. And, if we didn't have to hit for him in that regard, we could have probably sent him back out. But, he pitched really good. And they compete every day and keep us in games so we have an opportunity to do the things that have happened over the last week. If you're not in those games, that never comes to you.
You haven't had much to worry about. You worry a little. Gio looks really good. Soriano has a second straight good outing.
Yeah.
It's almost like good piled on good on top of the win. I mean, those are exactly when Harper's starting to hit. It's almost like you're getting exactly the things you get, not just good things.
Yeah, I mean, the fact that we've had to go to the guys in the back end of our bullpen a lot is not something you plan on an everyday basis. So that's an adjustment that we'll have to make. And again, Sori's been 2 in a row now. So that's something we have to look at, and we have to make sure that we try to keep in mind their health ongoing and try to win games at the same time. So, but yeah, I mean, the guys have played really well. They're battling hard every single day. It was good to give Desi a day today and not have to get him in the game. That's important. So all those things are positives.
You still want to play catch with Harper before the game.
Of course, they're catch partners. You got to do it.
Okay, last one. You just seem really calm on the
Me?
outside. Yeah, but on the inside, I can't imagine. I mean, you've been through some tough times this year. It's got to be really, really exciting on the inside.
Well, I've experienced a lot in my time in baseball. Certainly not as much as other folks, but I understand the importance of appreciating what you have and working hard to get what you want. So that's important to me, and it's important to those guys. So that's how we approach it. So yeah, I love to see them do well. I love to see Sori come back and have 2 good outings. I love to see Harp getting some hits. Love to see him excited on the field after a win. That's important to me. My job is to guide them and help them do that. So that's gratifying. But I absolutely refuse to get too far one way or the other, because it doesn't work for me, and it won't work for our team either.
Is Jason okay?
He's good. Yeah, he's right off the shin bone, so he's fine. He was. That's a stinger that gets you for a little while, but he's okay. It'll be a little sore tomorrow, I'm sure, but no issues.